Okay, so for all those that are new here, we've got over 100 people on the webinar tonight. For all those that are new, we'll be running through a home-based business presentation tonight, one of the fastest growing opportunities in the world, the fastest network marketing company growth in the world. We're running through a bit about the industry, what's new with the industry, about the products, the company, and how you can turn that into a home-based business where you can make some extra income, maybe even some full-time income, fire your boss, or as some people have done in this company, some rock star multiple 6 and 7 figure income. My name's Aaron Biley. I've been with Jeunesse Global for 3.5 years now. I'm a diamond director, part of the Millionaires Club, and one of the founders here in Australia and New Zealand. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story as we go along the journey, because it's good to get a personal reference of what other people have been through, to know that it's real, that there's real people, and what's happening out there in the industry. Because I speak to people all day, every day on the phone, on Skype, all different countries around the world. I just got off the phone to a gentleman in the UK. And everywhere's the same. People are finding it tough to make ends meet, and so many people. A lot of my friends are having kids now, and they're going to work when the kids are still in bed, and they're coming home when the kids have gone to bed, and they get to see them, on the weekends. And back when I was young, I had a vision for how I wanted my life to look, and that was to, have a family, to live up here in Noosa in Queensland in beautiful warm weather on the beaches. It was to not have my kids in childcare because I had to. It was to work from home, live life on my terms, and be around my family, travel the world, help people, and make a 7-figure residual income. That was my vision ever since I can remember it. And, I used to tell my parents that, my teachers that, my mates that, and everyone would sort of laugh at me, tap me on the head and say, oh, that's cute, but I was dead serious. That's how I always thought it was going to be. I just had no idea how I was going to get there. All those goals and dreams are different for everybody. Some people love the house on the beach, others want the suburbs or the city. Some people want to go golfing all day, other people want to go shopping all day. Some people want a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, a BMW. The question is, it's no wrong or right answer. If you could choose your perfect day, that when you get up in the morning, would you do the exact same job that you're doing now? If you could choose your level of income, would that be the same income you're getting paid now, or would you pay yourself a higher income? If you didn't have to work, would you work? Or would you be doing other passions, helping people, charities, traveling the world, spending time with your kids? What would you do if you could do the exact thing you wanted to every single day that you loved with the exact amount of income that you get? And very few people achieve that. Very few people are living that right now. And some people love their jobs, some people think they're okay, some people hate them. The point is, life is too short to be not doing what you're passionate about. If you think your job's okay and your income's okay, well, you're just a 9 to 5 zombie. You're just going through life for mediocrity. And success, there's so many different areas of success. You can be a successful mother, you can be a successful father, husband, wife, you can be successful in your job. It's not all about making big money and you have to do network marketing. But the point is, if you're not happy, and I mean 100% happy, passionate, then you got to make a change. No one else is going to do it for you. And I always say to people, I think I've got a great solution for that, and how you can get your time back, your family back, your income back, your life back. Network marketing is the only business model that I've been able to find where you can start doing it with very low income to have to put into the business, with very limited time to start part-time alongside your job, your family, your business, but can return you those sorts of dreams. And that's what I went looking for. I was, got into traditional business for those original reasons. I got into traditional business because I didn't want to work for somebody, only to find out that all of a sudden I'm working 100 hours a week. And I'm really just getting by. I'm up at 6 in the morning. I'm home at 9 o'clock at night. I ran 2 gyms in Sydney, and that was all to get ahead. And, when I was 28, I'd had enough of that. And so I went looking for a lifestyle business, and I found this industry. I found Jeunesse at the end of 2011. And, by finding the right people at the right time with the right company, because this industry is booming right now, and you'll see that in shortly. But choosing the right company with the right people really does matter if you're looking for rock solid income that lasts long term. So I was able to replace my income from the 2 businesses that I owned in Sydney within 9 months. So I went full-time and sold those gyms, and went full-time into Jeunesse. It's been 3.5 years for me now in Jeunesse, and I've enrolled about 120 people. That's turned into 60,000 people in 62 countries around the world, and a 7-figure residual income. And that was the dream. I've moved up to Noosa in March last year, and I get to stay at home and build my business with my wife and my 1-year-old kid. And it's amazing if you have dreams and you have a clear vision, you write them down, you look at them every day. It's just a matter of time. Once you find the business vehicle to get you there, nothing can stop you. And there were times where I thought, man, I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing, everything that Tony Robbins says, everything that's in Think and Grow Rich, everything that Robert Kiyosaki said, but I'm still not getting anywhere. I'm in business, I'm doing this, but it's about finding that right opportunity. And I did that with Jeunesse. This industry, 200 million people expected to join in the next decade. So there's going to be more people to join in the next 10 years than there has joined in total over the last 50 years. It's a $179 billion industry. The Wall Street Journal, the most famous financial newspaper in the world in the US, ran 40 pages on this industry recently, calling it the ultimate social business model. Why now is prime time to get involved with this? And they showed, the top 7 publicly traded companies, and the average price, share price went up 268%. March 2009 to May 2011, when everything else was going back the other way. So that gets the attention of the big boys from town. Richard Branson, Donald Trump went and started their very own network marketing businesses. You also have Bill Gates in the media just a few years ago came out and said, someone asked him a question, Bill, if you had to start all over again, it wasn't computers, what would you do? His answer was, I'd choose network marketing. Warren Buffett, very smart guy, the best trader in the world. He bought a company in about 2009, 2010 called The Pampered Chef. So he's recognizing these trends that old school businesses out, new school businesses in. Low overheads, high profits, high returns for the shareholders. I'm going to invest in those sorts of businesses. And as you saw in the Wall Street Journal, top 7 companies up 268%. Imagine buying shares in all those 7 companies from the beginning. It's what Warren Buffett did. He now owns outright or has shares in over a dozen different network marketing companies, and just tried to buy Avon for himself for about $13 billion. The point is, all these guys are very smart investors and business people. They're not just in real estate. They're not just in airplanes. They're not just in shares. They follow the trends, and they buy businesses and invest in the businesses where the money is. At the moment, the money is in the new age of business. It's online. It's low overheads. Network marketing is booming. That's the only reason Warren Buffett's investing. It's the only reason Donald Trump and Richard Branson started up their own companies, because that's where the money is. For me and you, it's pretty hard to start up our own companies unless you have a spare $50 million to get started. So we can become distributors and still earn a significant income by building a network marketing business. And we've got this perfect storm of events happening right now to kind of put in perspective, okay, why is the industry booming? What's behind it? I get the figures. Are they true? Why is it booming? If you think about it, it's kind of obvious once you see it. I'm doing a webinar right now with almost 200 people on here. I'm sitting here at my home office with no shoes on, t-shirt, shorts, and speaking to people in different states around Australia and different countries. Now, could I have done that in 1980, 1990? Not even in year 2000, with the internet speeds the way that they were. Now I can come into people's houses, they can sit back with a glass of wine, they can look at this opportunity. Couldn't do that 10, 20 years ago, because we'd have to go door knocking. We'd have to call Uncle Bob 5 times until he said yes. Someone wanted more information, we'd fold up a brochure, put it in the mail, call them back a week later on the landline. You could build a very slow network marketing business locally. Now we can build a very big network marketing business very quickly globally. Webinars, social media, smartphones, Skype. I mean, there's no limit to crossing the borders. And, that's why I've been able to build in 62 countries around the world very quickly, just from the comfort of my own home, part-time. The economy the way it is, there's so much going on. It's not just a little slump. Things have changed, and they're not going to turn around. And, the worse the economy goes, the more people go looking for things. So prior to 2008, you'd ring people up and everyone was pretty comfortable, and unemployment was low in Australia, interest rates were steady, everyone had a good job, credit, people could lend money from the banks, real estate price was good, shares were going okay. And so for someone to look at other opportunities, unless you were very, very entrepreneurial and determined, people were getting along just fine. The network marketing industry was growing at a modest rate. Post 2008, whether you got fired from your job or made redundant or your traditional business fell over, everyone needed to turn to something. So many people were open now to going, well, I don't know whether I'm going to have a job tomorrow. I need a plan B. Or, hey, I need some additional income now because I was hurt on the stock market or superannuation. And so the network marketing industry started to explode. A lot of people in Australia turned to mining, to go and make an extra 100 grand a year. It was good money. Now there's been a real downtrend in mining. What are people going to turn to? Network marketing provides a real answer. So many stay-at-home mums don't want to go back to work after having kids. What's a great solution? I need a stay-at-home business that is very achievable. It's a real business that I can make some money from. CEOs, they want their time back. They want to spend time with their kids. Network marketing provides all these answers for people. The baby boomers, in their 60s and 70s now, need something to replace their superannuation. They don't want to work till 70 or plus. They want the products. They want to be younger. They don't want to look older. They want to live forever, travel the world. Network marketing. Generation Y, 50% of everyone joining this business at the moment is under 25 because they're great on social media. They're great with technology. They don't all want to go to university and get a job, and they definitely don't want a low-paying apprenticeship. Their biggest hurdle to get into business, and when interviewed, this generation, 60% said they want to be entrepreneurs and own their own business, but they couldn't get a loan. 250 grand for a franchise, $500,000 to start their own business. Well, how about $200 you can borrow from your mum to start up a network marketing business? Bang, away they go, making tens of thousands of dollars a month, the young guys. Then we've got the rising middle class of Asia that credit card in one hand, internet in the other, fanatical about networking and our products. It's this perfect storm of events that's just going absolutely crazy. And I recognize that 2008 onwards, and I started seeing people making ridiculous amounts of income in 1 year, in 2 years, in 3 years, in 5 years, instead of what they used to talk about, the 20-year plan with this industry. And that was because of this perfect storm forming. It's just getting bigger and bigger at the moment. It's allowed me to go from this apartment when I first moved to Sydney. It's not a very good picture, but this is my apartment. I ended up pushing 2 single beds together when my then girlfriend, now wife, Nicole, moved over, and it had a disabled toilet and shower in one room, another bedroom, and no stove or anything. And it was where people used to come to stay when they were visiting people in the hospital. And so I rented there for about 6 months because I didn't really know where to live in Sydney, didn't really have that much money, put my head down, built my gym business up and started another one. But as I said, working 100 hours a week wasn't what I signed up for. These days I work from home. This is the house that I live in. I'm up in Noosa. Today was 24 degrees in the middle of winter in Australia. Absolutely beautiful weather. It's a great house to have a home business from, and it really is a dream come true. And the network marketing industry provided me with that, and I tried everything, guys. I mean, I had an eBay business, internet marketing, affiliate marketing, ebooks, franchising, shares, real estate, importing stuff from China. You name it, I've tried it, I've looked at it, I've spent money on it, and nothing worked for me in a big way except for network marketing, until I found Jeunesse. So the industry is booming, but you got to find that right company and join with the right people. Let's have a bit of a look at some statistics on a broader scope in the industry, because, okay, what company do I choose? These are the things that we researched for 12 months. So I didn't just jump into, oh, there's a network marketing company, I'll join it. Or, hey, my best friend wants me to join this one, I'll join it. I got together with a group of entrepreneurs that had made millions of dollars, been in the industry for decades, and we said, okay, what's the criteria that we believe will be not just a good company, but an exceptional company where we can make a lot of money quickly, but more importantly, where the everyday average person that's never done this before has every chance of being truly successful. And what's a company that's going to have longevity? These are all questions that we asked. We had a list of about 12 different things. And when we looked at the industry, the quickest way to determine your future success is to look at history. Very, very interesting and exciting stuff. You can look back through history of any niche. For example, in the network marketing industry, 9 out of the top 10 companies, when we were looking, the number one sales of all those top 10 companies were skincare. The only one that wasn't was Tupperware, which is all plastics. So I challenged that and I looked into it and researched, and it was true. And when I looked at Jeunesse, I looked at their skincare line, which we'll talk about in a minute, stem cell technology, their nutrition, and that intrigued me. But being a guy that grew up in the middle of nowhere in the country playing football, I didn't see myself up on stage or talking to my mates about night cream and serums. But, I looked into it further and went, well, success leaves clues. And if 9 out of the top 10 selling companies in the world, their number one selling product range is skincare, I'm not going to argue and try and buck the trend. And if 80% of people that are joining this industry now are female, what do they love to use and talk about? What's a recession-proof product line? Makeup, beauty, the lipstick index of the 1930s, the sales that went through the roof in beauty in the latest recession, that proves all that. What's a rising middle class of Asia fanatical about? Skincare. So all these things with my entrepreneurial hat on, I knew I had to be in that niche. And I also thought, well, I'm going to be 40 soon, and I don't want to look 40 when I hit 40. I don't want to look 50 when I hit 50. I'm pretty open to trying these products and getting some good results. But how do we stand out from that marketplace, when it's so competitive? The answer is, stem cell technology. And Jeunesse, we believed, after researching for 12 months, was going to be the next billion-dollar brand. Now, to put that in perspective, there's only one company about every 10 years that becomes a billion-dollar company. So you have to try and pick that company. It's a bit like picking a share price, and then you have to be part of that and build that. So Jeunesse, we believe, would be the next billion-dollar company. If we put our heads down, we can make a lot of money. And that's what we're seeing happening right now. In June, so the month just gone, Jeunesse did $120 million for the month in global sales. Absolutely incredible. There are 116,818 people join up in Jeunesse for that 1 month. So we are mathematically on track to be $1 billion in sales by the end of this year, which will be our 6th year in business. The fastest company prior to Jeunesse doing that is a company called Nu Skin that reached $1 billion in annual sales. It took them 20 years. It took Amway 21 years. It took the longest company was 109 years, called Vorwerk. And so again, mainly technology is responsible for us doing it quicker and quicker. But the perfect storm of events now, the right company in Jeunesse, we're going to trump that and do it in 6 years. And that is so marketable for me and you when we're talking to people. Everyone's got their hype. Everyone's got their angle. Everyone talks it up. With Jeunesse, you don't have to. And I never worry about doing any of that. I just say, hey, how old's your company? What's the turnover? How many countries are you in? Because a 5-year-old company that's open in 130 countries around the world doing $1 billion in sales does not exist. And so you just show people the statistics, our growth, and you know that Jeunesse are doing something right, because you can't double every size every year for 6 years unless your products are exceptional, unless people get emotional attachment to it, use it, and have to buy it again the next month, unless so many people are enrolling, unless we're global, unless we're managed right, unless we have a great pay plan. You can't grow like that for 6 years straight if something isn't working, and that's how our products are exceptional. It's only a 5.5-year-old company, so you make a lot of your money by getting in on the early days with a company that's growing fast. That's the point. Very hard to make big money. And this is my point in the start of the webinar. If you want to make rockstar income, the right company does matter. As you can make pocket money in any company that you join. But a lot of the older companies, very, very tricky to build a big business quickly because they're 50, 60 years old. They've been around for a long time. People have heard about them. They know them. The momentum's kind of gone. So we're a part of the Direct Selling Association. That's very important. Never even look sideways at an opportunity unless it's a member of the DSA. Very strict auditing firm that goes through your whole company, the owners, their finances, the manufacturing, the products, the way that you're paid, the whole business model is scrutinized. And if everything's ticked off and is great, you get accepted into the Direct Selling Association. We got accepted in under 2 years. So very important to know, member of the DSA, and climbing up the ranks really quickly. So when we first got accepted, we came in really massively, the youngest company ever to be inside the top 100 DSA companies in 2012, doing $127 million in our third year. Pretty impressive. But then things really took off. Doubled in size to go up to number 78 on the rank in 2013, then almost doubled again to 418 million, and we jumped to number 46 on the rankings. Again, youngest company ever to be inside the top 50. And in 2015, just recently, we were named 38 on the list of Direct Selling Association companies. And at the end of this year, we're set on target to do over $1 billion in sales. And it'll probably put us inside the top 10 DSA companies in the world by the start of next year. Certainly the top 15. So extra mental growth in 6 years like the industry has never seen before. This industry has been around for 160 years and no one's ever hit these figures that we're hitting right now. We've won award after award, the number one fastest growing company, the Rising Star Award, Inc. 500s. Wendy's been nominated as most influential women in the industry the last 3 years in a row. She won Entrepreneur of the Year in the female section. She's winning great awards. The owners are just so down to earth. I mean, Randy's story is the best rags to riches story I've ever heard. Look him up on YouTube and see where he came from to where he got to. Voted top, businessman of the year twice in Florida. He's just a genius when it comes to systems and business and trends. And Wendy's a mathematic genius who wrote the pay plan. So they're just great owners that built this company for the longevity. They built it for the long term. And they got no interest in selling it, got no interest in doing anything except seeing this business around for 100 years and growing into a multi-billion-dollar brand. So the thing I believe, apart from, everything that comes into place and all the boxes being ticked, pretty hard to go past. Every network marketing company's got good products. Well, just about every network marketing company. But you want to look for something that's got exceptional products that are consumable, that people get emotional attachment to it, that would buy the products whether there was a business opportunity attached to it or not. And Jeunesse products would run off the shelf in any David Jones store, mainly because we had the first adult-derived stem cell cosmetic line in the world. Stem cells are so marketable. They're in the newspapers every day of the week in positive light, and you just can't argue with the potency of what they can do along with the growth factors. And so that formulation was founded by Dr. Nathan Newman in Los Angeles. He realized that, hey, we don't need to get stem cells from umbilical cords and embryos. I've found better stem cells and much more of them in adult body fat, in the adipose tissue. And so now we can put millions of dollars back into stem cell research because scientists and doctors have always believed that stem cells are the future of medicine, that perhaps they could be the answer to cancer and HIV and AIDS, quadriplegic. Maybe that's where the magic lies in understanding a lot of those things. We've already seen stem cells regrow breast tissue, regrow a human liver successfully in Japan, regrow cartilage. We're giving footballers an extra 3 or 4 years because the stem cells have their own intelligence and they know what to become. Take the stem cells out of your body fat, inject them into your knee. If you have no cartilage, your cells know to become cartilage. There's a story, if you look on YouTube, of a guy that had a cancer cut out of his face, left a huge hole in the side of his jaw. Stem cells out, stem cells injected back in to his face. The cells knew to become skin, bone. It literally grew back his jawbone, his blood vessels, his skin. In 2 years' time, you could not even tell he had a hole there. It filled it all in naturally. So stem cells know what to become. And Dr. Newman, what was left over once you took the stem cells out was the growth factors. The growth factors are the communication language of stem cells. We all have them in our skin. They're all exactly the same in every human being, just like having the same fingerprint or the same blood type. And so when we're younger, those growth factors are very abundant in our skin. They work perfectly. They communicate. So we have plump skin, thick skin. We have no fine lines and wrinkles. As we get older, they don't work as well. They disappear and we have thinner skin, fine lines, and we have wrinkles, so we look older. So having growth factors applied externally and then getting into the cells is the most natural way for the body to replenish cells and collagen and elastin, all those growth factors that are just disappearing as we get older. And so a lot of skincare product ranges claim to have stem cells in them, but not human derived. They're from a rose petal or algae or seaweed or a magical salt under the ocean. And that's all well and good. There's probably some benefits for our skin, but nothing that science can actually back up. Whereas our products are all backed by clinical trials, scientific journals, and adults are good for adults. Apples are good for apples. So the proof's in the pudding there. This is our skincare product range. And, again, being a guy, tried it all. I got great results. My wife got great results. And we use every single Jeunesse product every single day now and love it. From the left, you've got your night cream. All these products here have a certain percentage of, in abbreviations, the magic potion. The growth factors are the magic. Important to note that there's no actual stem cells in there because that just wouldn't work. Stem cells can't survive outside your body, and your stem cells are only good for you, mine are only good for me. So it's a communication language, the growth factors, which are the same for everybody, that are in these products. The night cream's about 10 to 15%, plus it has a DNA patent pending technology. So our job as skin and our body when we're sleeping is to repair and replenish from everything we put it through that day. All the pollutants, the toxins, the sun, the stress, our body needs to replenish at night. Same with the skin. And so that helps your telomeres and your cells and your DNA structure to replenish and the cells to rejuvenate. And you'll just love that. I mean, it feels like liquid velvet as soon as you put it on. The serum there, second from the left, that's our flagship product. If you're going to get one product, that's what you get, because it contains 85% concentration of pure growth factors. The most potent source serum in the world. Nothing comes close to 85%, with over 220 growth factors derived from adult stem cell technology. There is no product like it on the marketplace, and it just flat out works. You got the cleanser there, which it cleanses and exfoliates, gets right into the dermis at a cellular level. Essential body renewal, you can put that everywhere, very concentrated. And people were getting such great results on their face, they wanted to try other areas, and so we had to create a body renewal system so people can put it everywhere. The ultimate lifting mask, put that on, leave it for 20 minutes, peel it off, you'll get an instant result. Get rid of those fine lines and wrinkles before you go out on the town. And the daily moisturizer, I love that because it's got an SPF 30 built into it. And so I put that on. It's so sunny up here. Quickest way to age your skin is the sun. Put that on and it protects. Also has the growth factors in there. Backed by science. So this one here is a third party. So obviously it's not Jeunesse doing this, but a company in Dallas, Texas, who have a $40,000 skin machine. And you can see this lady, she puts her face up to the machine and it measures right down deep into the cells the different aspects of skin. Here we've got S for spots, pores, wrinkles, and texture. You can see she wasn't too bad for spots, 79%, wrinkles, 71% for her age group, but right down below average for pores and texture. After 30 days, or it might have been 60 days, I think it was, on all the product range, she is now in the top 90% for her age, for her skin, in every single aspect of that. Huge improvement, and the company actually said, look, they're the best results we've seen since having this machine in any skincare line. So we've got lots of before and after pictures in our team now. You got to remember, 3.5 years ago, we had 0 testimonials on the product or the business. So we had to go and create them. And then we got so many great testimonials now. What's that, 5-10 years looking younger? This one here, the lady said she had, genetically poor collagen elastin, but whatever that means, but she was a smoker as well. And this result here, I mean, man, it's just chalk and cheese on how much younger she looks. The products weren't built for treatments, so they weren't built for pimples, psoriasis, eczema, burning, scarring, none of those conditions, but it just works extremely well because the anti-inflammatory aspects, the growth factors want to bring back the skin to its best natural state possible. And what would it do for a young person with acne problem like that? I met a lady today, Amanda, who's tried putting the serum or all the products on half of her face. And, we said, man, that's very courageous. And she said, well, pick which side. And I thought, man, I really hope I get this answer right, because if I get it wrong, her whole belief level could be gone. But she said, trust me, I know which side it is. I see huge results. So I studied it for about 20 seconds. And I said, man, it's such an easy answer. And I chose the left-hand side of her face. And the line above her nose on her forehead had almost gone, whereas on the other side there's a big crevice. The lines underneath her eyes were so much smaller and smoother than on the other side. And her whole cheekbone, her whole skin on the left-hand side had lifted. It's such an obvious difference. But yeah, very brave choosing half your face. I would choose one hand, because you'll get a result really quickly and be able to show people the difference there, because we age, get a lot of sun on our hands, really easy to tell. Another great one there. Acne scarring with Scotty Napier, had about a 60 to 70% improvement after nothing else ever worked after some really bad acne when he was younger. Great for the confidence, and he's just jumping out of his skin, literally building the business with that result. This lady was in a company with another skincare range, decided to do a 30-day trial with our product to prove it didn't work, so she could go back to her normal products, and so we could leave her alone. She got this result and obviously changed products, and is building a big Jeunesse business. So we got lots of before and after pictures. We've got lots of better ones these days. And we also have a new product called Instantly Ageless, which is incredible. We spoke about the ultimate lifting mask working instantly in 20 minutes. Well, this product works instantly in 90 seconds. So you put the product on, best to use like under the eye with the eye bags. Within 90 seconds, 2 minutes, you're going to get an instant result that's going to last 11, 12 hours. And so this makes you look 10 years younger. You don't realize how much the bags under the eyes really age you. So this product took the US market from $5 million a month lagging to doing over $20 million per month. They did that in 90 days. Every big entrepreneur and networker that saw this product jumped on board, whether it's male or female. The males might not necessarily use it, but they understand how big it's going to be from a business point of view. And that took our company to a whole new level. So try that product out. It really does work. We've been featured in all the beauty magazines and a lot of the media, mainly because of the stem cell word. Because we're the only company that has that technology and the products work, people want to do stories on it. And we get into our nutritional range, and skincare is great. It's been proven to be the money maker, the seller, the recession proof, and we spend about 3 times more money on how we look than how we feel, our health. It should be the other way around, but it's just not. We're humans. It's human nature. We look in the mirror. We want to fix what we see. We don't get a torch and look internally and necessarily want to fix that, which we should. But we're all smart enough to know that aging starts from the inside, and nutritional products are, again, not Jeunesse won't just release a product that's a multivitamin or a skincare like every other network marketing company. We don't want to be a Me Too company. We want to stand out and be exceptional. And this is exactly what we were looking for. Skincare, yeah, great, but where do we go? Human stem cell technology. Perfect. Does the product work? Absolutely. Backed by science. Same with nutrition. Yeah, everyone's got a multivitamin, but let's get some space age stuff going. And what I was so interested with Jeunesse when I first looked at it was, I'd been into my health and diet, being a footballer to get the best out of my football, and started to do clean eating and understanding how bad the sugars were for you and processed foods and all those sorts of things. So then going to a next level of cellular health, things like your juices and things that can get right in there at a cellular level and help longevity, help fight lifestyle diseases. Jeunesse take it one step further, and we're talking about influencing the genes, your genetic makeup that you're born with. So scientists believe that 80% of everything that happened to us was what we were given, our genetics. Now they believe it's the other way, and only 20%, and we can make a difference now with products to the 80% of where we end up. So the genetic influence of DNA and telomeres, incredible, and a lot of it is to do with this guy, Dr. Vincent Giampapa, who is the Michael Jordan of the anti-aging industry. You want to study anti-aging, you read his books. He's just absolutely incredible, talks the talk, walks the walk, and he's been nominated for a Nobel Prize in the medical section for his research on stem cell technology. One of his products, the AMPMs, again, one of the reasons I love this product, it's so simple. You take 2 in the morning. Which ones do you reckon? Yep, well done, AMs. Take 2 in the night, PMs. So you can't get that wrong. 2 in the morning, 2 at night. Chuck away all your other vitamins, because this has 85 different ingredients in it. It does everything a multivitamin does, everything a probiotic does, everything an essential oil does. Plus, remember, we're space age stuff here, so it helps to produce healthy stem cells. Okay, the most important cell in our body for longevity, anti-aging, fighting disease. It also helps to mimic a calorie mimic diet. And so, one of the only real proven scientific ways to live longer is by eating about 40 to 50% less calories. You might have seen this on 60 Minutes or A Current Affair, where there's a whole group of people that have about a 50% less calorie intake than we do. Mostly legumes, plant-based, they eat once a day. And this switches on an anti-aging gene called a sirtuin gene, and they live longer and get very, very few, if any, lifestyle diseases. Now, I don't know about you, but I love my food. I'm open to cutting that down, but at the end of the day, I want to have fun and live life as well. And so this product will also switch on that sirtuin gene, that anti-aging longevity gene, whether you eat less calories or not, because of the natural ingredients in the AMPM. Incredible. It also helps to reduce the shortening of our telomeres. Okay, we'll talk about telomeres a little bit in a second with another product, but basically telomeres are one of our major aging clocks, and when they get short and disappear, we're dead. If they can slow that shortening process down, then we're not going to get lifestyle diseases, and we're going to live longer. So it helps to do that as well. So really incredible product, the AMPM. The Reserve will also help to switch on that anti-aging gene, that sirtuin gene, because of the resveratrol in this product. Resveratrol, if you want to Google it or you want to go to pubmed.com and look up resveratrol, there's thousands and thousands of studies done on it. It's the most researched antioxidant in the world. Many scientists believe it is the key to the fountain of youth. They just need to work out exactly how to blend it. With Jeunesse, we get our resveratrol from a mulberry, not a red grape. You might have heard that red wine is good for you, and that's because of the resveratrol out of the skin of the red grape. But you would need to drink, I don't know what it is, 100 to 200 bottles of red wine. It's around that number in order to get a good dose of resveratrol for health benefits. But I think, 100 to 200 bottles of red wine a day, the negative health effects of that are probably going to outweigh the positive resveratrol. So you want a concentrated source of resveratrol. So it's in these satchels. You peel them open, you suck them down. It doesn't see oxygen until you open that package, and that's a real science behind it. The mulberry resveratrol is more potent, but if you just get it in a pill form, in a powder form, it's already been oxidized. So it's not going to go into your bloodstream. It's not going to be absorbed. It's not going to work as well. So you can get resveratrol from a health shop, but it doesn't do that much. Get it from Jeunesse. We have scientifically proven the most potent source of resveratrol according to a Kappa test of antioxidants. So hugely researched. Harvard University called it a modern miracle. And the testimonials that we get from people taking Reserve, from a health point of view, I can't even say them publicly on this webinar, but they are incredible. VitaCell, another great product. I've been having a lot of this one lately. I haven't been a big fan of the taste of VitaCell. If you mix it with water, it's a bit of a tough blend, but I've been having it with my my shakes, my protein shakes, and I can't even taste it. So it's a very good detox. So it's great for helping cleanse you out. And so, 2 weeks in Tahiti, we're eating out and drinking every night, having a great time, but there's only so much of that you can take. So I came back and, really got on a cleansing diet and lowered my calories and got VitaCell 2 to 3 times a day in my shakes to help that cleansing process. Great for cholesterol, great for energy. It was originally made in Thailand out of rice, special type of rice to help malnutrition children. So they would take the VitaCell and get all the nutrition they would need if they weren't getting food. They found they had great results with humans, with adults as well. So that's a really great product that can't be ignored. Finity is like a space age of science. It's a product that people kind of listen to and go, oh yeah, I'm sure that's an exaggeration, but you can talk to scientists, doctors. It's all been scientifically proven, documented, accepted, and this is a product that we can now say there's not just an anti-aging industry out there. We have an age reversal industry because of this product. We spoke about telomeres briefly before. They are the tips on the end of your chromosomes. So think about them inside your body as the long, smooth, hard bit on the end of your shoelaces, but they're on the end of your chromosomes. When we're born, they're long, smooth, they're perfect. And every time a cell divides from the day we're born, it gets shorter and shorter and shorter. When they disappear, we're dead. So it's our real aging clock. Now, if you smoke, if you're stressed out, if you drink alcohol a lot, if you have a bad diet, if you're overweight, all the things that we know are bad for us will shorten your telomeres quicker, will increase your chances of all the lifestyle diseases that none of us want to get. So then the theory became, after the Nobel Prize was won for that discovery, what if we could find something that could slow down those telomeres? Imagine if we could actually find something that could re-lengthen them. Could we have the fountain of youth? Could we be Benjamin Button? And the answer was kind of yes and no. They found a product called TA65 telomerase that was proven to re-lengthen damaged telomeres. And that's what this Finity product is. It's the only product where you can legally and scientifically say that we can regrow damaged telomeres. We can grow cells. We can wind back the clock. Now, you're not going to be Benjamin Button, because if your telomeres are healthy anyway and they're shortening at its proper pace, it's not going to re-lengthen them. You're not going to look 12 years old again. But if your telomeres are shortening prematurely, it's going to recognize them as damaged cells and help to re-lengthen them and protect them. You can now go into a specialist. There's only about half a dozen that I've been able to find in the US, but you can go to a specialist. You can get your cholesterol done, your blood sugars done, all the normal stuff, blood pressure. You can also ask these guys to do a telomere test. So they just take blood and they'll come back and say, hey, Aaron, you're 37 years of age, but your telomeres are looking awesome, like a 23-year-old. They're long, they're smooth, they're looking great. Or, hey, Aaron, you're 37, but man, you've got like really short, damaged, frayed telomeres like a 70-year-old. What have you been doing? And so you got to get your life back on track. You got to get back being healthy. But if you take TA65, you take Finity, you'll start to re-lengthen those telomeres. I mean, imagine what that can do for your health and longevity. Again, the testimonials, which are kind of, from people not having to wear glasses anymore to regrowing hair to different lifestyle diseases that have been improved. Incredible on the Finity product. Also, I have Zen. So I'm back on the Zen product after my trip. Every time I get on this product, I lose between 6 and 10 kilos, so 20 pounds. And again, being an ex-personal trainer, pretty skeptical about any sort of weight loss, fat loss science, because there really is no pill or quick fix to losing weight. Move more, eat less. That is really the science. But if you can have products to help you to do that, and what I love about Zen is it works like all the other Jeunesse products, naturally, like the body wants to work. It's just encouraging your body to do what it used to do 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, like the growth factors. It's not putting anything different on your skin. You've already got growth factors. So it's just helping to replenish them like when we were 20. It's the same with this product. It's not doing anything different, but it's helping our body and encouraging our body to burn fat as an energy source again. There's no secret that as we get older, it's harder to lose weight. I mean, I used to be able to eat 5 Big Mac meals a day and still have a six-pack. Couldn't put on weight up until about age 28. Nowadays, I walk past the McDonald's and I put on 2 kilos. I don't even have to eat anything. I just have to smell it and put on weight. And it's really frustrating. And anyone over 30 knows what I'm talking about. This product helps that metabolism to increase again like it used to be, for our body to use body fat as an energy source instead of all the other different things it wants to use. It helps to regain our lean muscle mass. Because our body wants to gain 1% body fat every year after 30, and it wants to lose 1% muscle mass every year after 30. It doesn't have to be that way. By doing exercise, by doing resistance training, by taking these products, the amino acids are going to help to produce and encourage lean muscle, not fat. So it works in those three ways: speeding up metabolism, burning fat, encouraging lean muscle mass, and telling your body, telling the leptins to not tell your body you're hungry all the time. See, as we get older, the more body fat percentage we have, it blocks that signal. So we think we're hungry, but we're not. And so our body's saying, yeah, yep, eat food. And so we eat food to fix that hunger pain, where we really don't need more food. There's plenty of body fat sitting there. Okay, so the less body fat we have, the more signals get through, and our brain says to our body, no, you're not hungry, you don't need anything. So that's how this product works, and people get great results. I've got a ton of before and after pictures now with our team as well. We've been using it for a few weeks. So these are sort of the marketing US ones, which are obviously great and everything, but I want to put some up of our team because they're even better. So we're seeing some incredible results there, mainly with people that, their metabolism has really slowed down, and all of a sudden, they go and lose a quick 5-10 kilos. So that's all our products there, guys. It's the closest thing to the fountain of youth that science can actually back up and support in 2015. That's what Jeunesse is. All backed by science. So the products have got to be good, otherwise the business doesn't work. Okay, so how do we build a business here? I mean, you can jump on and you can buy these products at retail. I'd recommend asking the person that invited you to this webinar, how can I grab it at wholesale? Can you do me a favor and save me 60%? That's pretty simple. You can log on, have your own account, log in, username and password, and buy the products whenever you want, just like having your own Amazon or eBay account. Log in and grab them. Products will get shipped straight from the Sydney warehouse straight to your house whenever you want them. It'll cost you $38.05 to do that. You want to get involved in the business? Pretty cheap, hey? I mean, I look at my first gym, it was $50,000 to be involved, in that. And I thought that was a pretty cheap business, really. But we can now get started in the new age of business for just $38.05. And again, I wanted to see if it worked. And my attitude is always, hey, if the company's doubling in size every year, something's going right. If that guy over there is making millions of dollars, something's going right. And in Australia, we've already created rubies, minimum of 10K a month. We've already created emeralds, minimum 25K a month. We've already created diamonds, minimum 50K a month. Average income at a diamond, 100K a month. So again, my attitude was, if that guy can do it, why can't I? I don't mind learning new information, and I'm a hard worker, so let's get to it. And that's all I've done, guys. If your goals are as big as mine, and I know everyone on this webinar is not like me, some people just want to make $2,000 a month, and that's fine. That's really easy. Go and do that. But if your goals are big like mine, please understand that I had no money, I had no time, and I had no knowledge of any of this stuff. And I've been able to make a 7-figure income inside of 3 years. So anybody can do this. I didn't know anything about a telomere, a stem cell. I never put skincare on my face in my life. I'd never done a binary plan before. I didn't know anything about this stuff. I finished high school, just passed, didn't do university, no marketing degrees. Guys, this business model is so simple, a 12-year-old will understand it. Humans, adults, we try and complicate it. We've been programmed to think a certain way. And so we give up. We find reasons not to do it. We procrastinate. If you can be consistent with this business and follow the formula that's there for a 3-year period, your life is going to look a whole lot different to what it was. You don't need to be anything special. Doesn't matter what mistakes you've made in the past, how much money you've lost, what sort of person you are, background, doesn't matter. Make tomorrow the first day of the rest of your life, which is what I decided to do, and it's the best decision that I've ever made. With Jeunesse, you've got 6 streams of income. This is obviously a tick box that you need to look at. I mean, if the pay plan's no good, it's not a great opportunity. With Jeunesse, it was one of the most lucrative payouts, one of the most hugest retentions of customers in the pay plan, residual pay plan, which is what I was looking for, and it really does work. So the first way to earn money is what everybody understands, real simply, wholesale retail. You buy the products at the wholesale rate, you then go and sell them at a retail rate. Everybody understands that. You can do party plan, internet marketing, get an expo stall, shopping center, however you want to sell product at retail, you can do that and make some good pocket money. If people want to try product, various different types of product and package different stuff together, or they want to start off in the business and qualify their business account, they can buy one of the business packages. And that's a once-off opportunity to buy the products even cheaper than wholesale. So you can buy a little bit of product package together for a basic pack for around $200. A little bit more for a Supreme, a Jumbo, up to an Ambassador pack, which is about $1,000 or so. Okay, now if people come in and want to try products like that or start with a business pack like this, you're going to get paid a once-off bonus depending on which pack they grab through your unique Jeunesse website link. An Ambassador pack, you'll get $250, a basic pack $25, and anywhere in between. The team commissions is where it gets really exciting because you might have a girlfriend that wants to try the product, so you put her through your website, she gets products, she loves them and says, hey, what's this about the business? I wouldn't mind doing that part-time from home. I'm really over my job. I want to be home with the kids. Let's do this together. Great, let's start building the business, and we sign people up. They want customers, you put a few before and after pictures up on Facebook, and away you go. And then you've got a guy that answers one of your Craigslist ads, and he signs up. He's actually a long-time network marketing superstar, goes and builds a big business on your team, on your other leg. So in Jeunesse, you're just building two teams. One team on the left, one team on the right. That's as complicated as it gets. You've got a little button in your back office that says left or right. You click that button, click save, then anyone that enrolls through your website link, you're going to go onto that side. So your left team or your right team. Now, every time product is purchased on your left team and your right team, you make a $35 team commission, whether that's through you, whether that's through someone else underneath you, your team, your upline, doesn't matter. Anyone that's in your business that purchases product, the points go to you when it's a 600-point purchase and a 300-point purchase. And by points, I just mean every product has a certain amount of points attached to it. The higher dollar value, the more points. And every time that happens, you make $35. That can happen up to 750 times per week. Times it by $35, obviously, is $26,250 US in residual income per week. So for me now, in my business, that happens every single week automatically. We max out that at 26 grand per week, but we make much more money than that because of the matching bonus. And so everyone that I personally enroll is what's called my level 1. Okay, so think about this as like a franchise fee, that you've got your own franchise, but you also have the ability to have a master franchise as well. So if I use my old gym, for example, I was a franchisee of a large franchise company in Australia, and I had to pay my franchisor 15% of everything that I made. I made income off of having gym members paying a monthly gym membership. So same in Jeunesse, you can have customers and you can have people that are buying the product, and you're going to make a commission off of your members. But also too, if one of those customers come along and says, hey, I wouldn't mind starting up my own gym, can I start up one in the next suburb? I could say, yeah, go and speak to the franchisor, he'll set you up. But in Jeunesse, we could say, oh yeah, I'll set you up with a gym franchise, and now I'm going to make franchise fees on that guy as well as from my members. So it's kind of the same there with Jeunesse. Anyone that we enroll, we're going to make a 20% team commission on their income. But then they enroll someone, which is your level 2 now, you're going to make 15% commissions on their income. Then they enroll someone, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7. You can imagine the leverage that this has. You can have as many level 1s as you want, which means there'll be as many level 2s, level 3. So this is unlimited access on this income. Let's do one mathematical equation here just for easy math. Let's say the 16th person that you enroll, who was a referral from someone you went to high school with that was looking for a business, joins up. In 3 years' time, they make $1 million. Okay, you enrolled them personally, so they are your level 1. Now, if they're making $1 million, you're going to make 20% of that income. So it's $200,000 a year just off enrolling that one person. So it's very, very powerful. You can imagine if you've got 2 or 3 of them, plus 2 or 3 of their level 2s that are also doing well, level 3, level 4, level 5, level 6, level 7. I think you guys start to get the idea of what leverage is. This is compound interest on steroids. You cannot get this type of return by putting money in the bank, especially today. 3% interest rate on the money in the bank. The best way to make an income, a residual income, is to invest into people. But do we want to invest into people and pay them a wage, pay super, pay work cover, have them come in on sick days, have to cover for them, personal problems? We don't want staff. So we want to invest in the people, but we don't have to pay wages. And that's why the network marketing business model is just sensational. We're all in business together. We're all in business partners. People earn their fair commissions based on their efforts. So it's just brilliant. Just a brilliant business model. And number 5 is just a real simple way to give yourself a bonus. So we spoke about 20% matching bonus on that person. What if we could make 25% or even 30% off that person? We just gave ourselves $100,000 a year raise. So by having 10 customers in your business that aren't building the business, you'll get a bonus 10% match on your level 1s. So instead of being a 20% matching bonus, it's now 30%. Nothing else changes. Real simple way to give yourself a bonus. And number 6 is just a share in the diamond pool. So as you go through the different ranks in Jeunesse, Jade, Pearl, Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond. Once you get to Diamond, that's where it gets a lot of fun. We then share in a pool of money that the company puts aside every quarter, and depending on how many shares you get in that pool of money depends on how big your personal business is. So I can't speak for other diamonds, but for me personally, I get about an extra $40,000 bonus every 3 months from being in that diamond pool. And that's just, we're just starting out in diamonds, so that's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So plus you get an extra $40,000 free holiday every year at diamond as well. So guys, if your goals are big, stick diamond up on the dream board. That's where you want to be. We're open in 130 countries around the world. Again, find a 5-year-old company that's open in 130 countries around the world that's set to do $1 billion in 6 years. You won't find it because it's never happened in history before, and that's why the Jeunesse opportunity, you don't have to hype it up. The figures are the figures, and people are making a lot of money because of what's happening. They've got great systems. You need systems to help you build the business. I can't meet 8 people a day, but I can copy and paste a link to a webinar and send it to 100 people in about 20 minutes. Then you allow me to sit on this webinar and speak to 200 people, follow them up the next day and enroll them. You can't get much more simple than that. And again, you couldn't have done that in 1995. We've got at your fingertips. You can sign people up on your app. You can check your commissions on your app. You can send someone an SMS with a video to show them Jeunesse. Your whole business can be done on your mobile phone. We've got so much support and leadership with our team when you get involved with us. Training every single week, a training webinar. You've got trainings in your back office to learn about the product and the business. Facebook groups, Facebook pages, your general manager, your customer support staff, weekly opportunity, webinars like this. You've got live events every day somewhere in the country, which are going to help. It's just great support, great leadership, great system that the everyday average person that's busy, that's never done this before, can be successful. If you love to travel, we've got some great trips coming up next year. The incentive trip is going to be a cruise somewhere around the world. Don't know where yet, but get ready for that. This year we all went to Dubai for free. So Jeunesse paid for about 1,000 Aussies to go to Dubai for free. We had such a great time in Dubai. And next year's incentive trip looks like it's going to be a cruise, maybe somewhere in the Mediterranean or something like that. We just got back from Tahiti. So that was a $40,000 holiday, business class flights, 5-star accommodation. Didn't dive into my pocket once. So, and when you get to Emerald, you also get a free trip to Hawaii in January. That's part of the pay plan, and incentive trips to Vegas, Noosa Leadership Retreat when you get to Sapphire. If you love to travel and you don't want to pay for it, you're going to love being in Jeunesse. Great charity with Free the Children. Again, I'd encourage you to Google Free the Children. It is an incredible organization, incredible charity. I love that we don't just give money to hungry children or hungry families. We solve the problem with Free to Children. We've already raised over $1 million partnering with that group and changing lives with that charity. So that's going to be it from me, guys. Get back to the person that invited you to this webinar. Tell them you're in. Just tell them you're in, because there is nothing to lose in this. Remember, I said, it's $38 to get started with your website. Grab a product pack for whatever price you want. There's a 30-day money back guarantee on it. So your options are you get your money back and lose nothing. You make some money. That's a pretty good outcome as well. Or you don't make any money, but you love the products. You're looking and feeling younger. You live longer. They're three pretty cool outcomes and the only possible outcomes. So have a crack at it. Reach out. Ask questions. We're here to support you and help you to live life on your terms. It's got the products, the global answer, the answer to the economy. It certainly was for me. I love helping other people. Jeunesse really has it all. So reach out and talk to people about it. Ask them about our team, ask them about the company, the owners, and look forward to meeting you in person. Look forward to helping you achieve your dreams. And remember, guys, no matter what, always live life on your terms, not somebody else's. It's been great to catch you. I look forward to seeing you all again soon, and have a great night. Cheers, guys.